to the channel. Hope you guys are doing really well. One thing I've wanted to do to this bike ever since I purchased it is a paint correction and a ceramic coating. I want to do the paint correction because even though this bike is basically brand new, from the factory and from being in the dealership, there are some scratches in the clear coat, and you can't see it without a detailing light, but once you put a detailing light on it, you can see there's quite a few scratches. So we're gonna get those out with our buffer and our polishing compound, and then we'll prep the bike for our ceramic coating, and then we'll put the ceramic on it, and we're gonna make this bike look better than it did new. Let's go over everything we're gonna be using today. Firstly, 3M auto tape. We are going to use this to mask off any of the areas that we are not gonna wanna polish. So for instance, we're gonna mask off all the black plastic on the bike. We'll mask off the exhaust so we don't touch that. So really like this tape. It goes on really easy, it comes off really easy, and it doesn't leave a residue. Next up, we've got our polishing compound. Sonax Perfect Finish. It's a 4-cut, 6 gloss. Guys, do some research on this stuff. It's one of the best polishing compounds you can buy. It's a little expensive. It's about $25 for a bottle this size, but it's low dust, it's water-based, no silicones, no fillers. I've used this many times doing paint corrections on vehicles, and it is absolutely worth the price. Next up, we've got our workhorse. We've got the random orbital polisher that I got off Amazon for $80. We'll see how this thing works. I got a polisher off Amazon before and it just would not die. So I'm kind of expecting the same out of this one. I got this one because it comes with a 2-inch backing plate and a 3-inch backing plate. This is the 2-inch. And the reason I'm using the 2-inch is so that I can get into all the small areas of the bike and I can keep a flat contact between the pad and the bike. And I'm using a microfiber pad because microfiber is a more aggressive pad. I like it because it makes quick work of scratches and it creates a really great gloss and polish. Next is our IPA spray. This is a mixture of 75% distilled water and 25% isopropyl alcohol. The reason that we use this is once we've done all our polishing and we're getting ready to put the ceramic coating on the bike, we want to remove all the polish from the bike and we want to prep every surface on the bike that we're going to be applying the ceramic. So this will help remove any oils, any residue that's left over on the bike, and create a nice clean surface for that ceramic coating to adhere to and to bind to. So really crucial step in this process. And for our ceramic coating, we are going to use Griot's Garage Ceramic 3-in-1 Wax. This stuff is awesome. It's extremely easy to apply. It's cheap. This bottle is like $21. A little goes a long way. And I know there's a lot of different spray ceramics on the market right now, probably, even more since the last time I checked, but go do some research on this stuff. There's some guys who have done some torture tests on this stuff, comparing it to some of the other spray ceramics. And from what I've seen, this stuff holds up better than any of the other spray ceramics. I don't want to apply something to my bike that's going to last 3 years, 5 years, 7 years. This stuff, I believe they said, can last around 12 months. You do one coating, let it dry for 24 hours, do another coating. But I've used this on other vehicles. It creates incredible shine, super, super hydrophobic qualities on the panels. You spray it with water and the water just beads off, and it does last a long time. So that's why we're gonna use this. I really highly recommend it. Next up is our microfiber towels. I got these on Amazon. They're $4.99 for 3 towels. Seems kind of expensive, but these are 500 GSM microfiber towels. Most towels that you can buy in the store, microfiber towels you buy in the store, are anywhere between 100 and 300 GSM. These are 500, making them a very, very plush microfiber. I know it sounds silly, but when you start doing paint corrections and you start using these microfibers to buff out the polish, a lower GSM microfiber can still scratch your clear coat. So highly recommend a higher GSM, higher quality microfiber if you're gonna go ahead and do a paint correction and a polish. Lastly, we've got the Lutech 9000 lumen LED light. This light is awesome. These heads swivel, so you can adjust the light to basically whatever position you need it to be in to see your panel the best. And it's on a tripod. It's got 2 different height adjustments, so you can lower it down really low and then you can extend it up really high. You can pick one of these up on Amazon for I think right around $100. I've had this light for years and it's worked great. It's never let me down, and whenever I do a paint correction, I use this light. Before you can do your paint correction or do any of the prep work for your paint correction, you need a solid foundation, and that solid foundation is a clean bike. So make sure you wash your bike, make sure there's no dirt, no debris, no dust, nothing. You want to have the bike as clean as you can possibly get it. I'll go ahead and link my last video, which is how to properly wash your motorcycle. It's a great place to start. Guys, one thing I wanted to mention, if your bike has quite a few miles on it, you've ridden it a lot, before you start this process, I would recommend using a clay bar on the bike. I'd get either a clay mitt or a clay bar and some clay lube, run that over the bike. It's gonna help get all the contaminants out of your clear coat before you start this process. This bike doesn't have very many miles on it. I store it inside. I don't believe it's worth it for me to clay bar the bike before I start this process, but definitely would recommend it if your bike has some miles on it. Masking tape on. Now the panel looks really good back here without the light on, but once you turn the light on, you can come in and you can see all the scratches that are in the clear coat. You can see it best on the gray. Camera's not picking it up as well as I'd like it to. It's not dramatic. It's not like there's a ton of scratches on here, but there are scratches. There you can see some more in the red. But we're gonna get all those out and we're gonna polish it and make it look amazing. We wanna make sure before we start polishing, we wanna prime the pad. So we're just gonna put a couple of small drops, not too much, and you just wanna work some polishing compound into the pad. Make sure it's got it worked in. You're not gonna have any dry spots, and this is gonna prevent you from burning through clear coat and damaging your paint. Now that our pad is primed, we're just gonna start with a couple of drops of compound. You don't need a whole lot. And I've got my light on. And the important part when you're polishing is you don't want to be polishing at a really high RPM. It's a really good way to burn through your clear coat really quickly. You want to be running between 1800 to 2500 RPMs. So we're going to start. I'm going to get some compound on here. Probably have a little bit too much, but that's okay. We'll spread it around. Too much is better than not enough, but a little goes a long way. And now we're going to start polishing. We're done polishing this side panel now. And the great thing about these microfibers, as we're wiping off the compound, you've got a gray side and you've got a blue side. So you can start with one side, get most of the compound off, and then flip it over and get the excess off, and it'll bring it off or take it off a lot better. This is what it looks like afterwards. No more scratches, high gloss, Great results. Now we just have to do the rest of the bike. Is completely polished. It's already looking really good. Next, we got to remove all this tape. All right, now that the tape is removed, we're going to take our IPA spray and we are going to spray down the entire bike from top to bottom, and that is going to remove all the oils and residue from the polishing compound, and it's going to ensure we have a really clean surface for our ceramic coating to adhere to. Bike is fully prepped for our ceramic coating. You can see already how that polish just brought out the colors in this bike. Looks absolutely incredible, and that's without any coating whatsoever. Next, we're going to put the coating on. We're going to wait 24 hours, and then we'll put a second coating on it to seal it up. This stuff couldn't be easier to apply. Just take a couple of sprays into your microfiber. And we're gonna put this on everything. It's going on absolutely everything. It's going on the seat, it's going on the wheels, it's going on the engine covers. It can go on absolutely everything on this bike. So as you put it on, you're gonna see it flash a little bit, and then you can just flip your microfiber towel over to the dryer side and just wipe the excess off. And already you can feel how slick and how smooth this stuff is. Right, first coat is on the bike, and as as you can see, I mean, even on the white, the shine, the depth of the color, absolutely incredible. So I'm gonna wait 24 hours, gonna put another coat on, and then we're gonna do some footage of the final product with some good lighting. Here we are with the finished product. I'm really happy with how it turned out. Bike looks better than it did when I bought it from the dealership. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. I hope to see you guys again. Take care.